So today we're going to be installing this huge 28-inch muffler from this Corsa Cat-Back Exhaust on this 2016 GMC Denali. Now this system is pretty cool because it sounds great, but there's no drone. So when you're driving your family SUV, maybe you're going to Disney World or something, you don't want no drone. That's what this Corsa exhaust gives you, an awesome sound with no drone. It's real simple, literally 2 pipes, a muffler and your dual exhaust tip right here. There's a factory Y pipe that comes off the headers, and then it bolts to that. This pipe goes to one end of the muffler, then this long pipe kind of goes around the axle and back through off the other end of the muffler and comes out on this nice shiny chrome Corsa dual tip exhaust. It's a side exit, so it's gonna make this thing sound awesome, and the tips will look great too. So it's gonna be a pretty simple install, and we're gonna get right through it and get you guys some exhaust clips, some before and after, so you can hear the difference. All right, so now that we got this thing up in the air, we're gonna check out the factory exhaust. Yes, this thing does have some miles on it, but it also has 2 cats, a downstream and an upstream cat, which comes to the flex pipe section here. And then you have your factory muffler, which right now is, I think, okay, so 24 inches. So, you know, the other one is 4 inches bigger. And we're gonna find out if bigger is better. And then we also have this secondary muffler slash resonator on the back here where the tailpipe is. This is where we're gonna connect our Corsa exhaust. So everything here stays. It should be a pretty simple install, however.
Yeah, these truck exhausts are super simple to do.
Yeah.
It's just this one being, it's a 2016, it's got some miles on it. It is obviously showing its wear, a little bit of rust. So we're gonna have some fun with this clamp, but we should be able to get through that, no problem. Oh, not to mention, this does have like a factory exhaust valve that opens up with exhaust pressure.
That we will not be keeping. So this system is not a dual mode. I don't think I mentioned that in the beginning of the video, but this is not a dual mode system. But like I said, this is not gonna drone, so.
Should sound pretty good.
Yeah, it should sound pretty good.
We're gonna get this on camera. As you see, we are dealing with some rust here. Take your bets now. Is it gonna snap?
I'm not betting on that one.
So I have some tricks and tips up my sleeve.
The good old WD.
And heat. Yeah, your best chance of rust is to heat the life out of it. Get this nice and toasty before I even try and crack it, because it's rough.
And then
just a squirt of this. I'm gonna back up, watch your eyeballs. Let that sit for like 10 seconds. I'm gonna cross our fingers and hope and pray that the world is on my side today.
Uh-oh. She's moving, isn't she?
Not the bottom half.
Oh. Those of you guys that bet that it would not break, well, I'm sorry, but you lost the bet.
Okay, so now that it's apart, we're gonna move on to the next thing and get the rest of the exhaust out. Do yourself a favor, pick yourself up one of these exhaust hanger pliers. They are a lifesaver. Just look how easy this is. Give her a squeeze and it pops right off.
There's a tool for everything, man.
Mm-hmm. You don't always need the most expensive one either, even though I did buy these from Snap-on.
So speaking of Snap-on, I'm plugging this tape measure because I'm about to buy one. We measured the muffler with this thing. It's awesome. And how much did you pay for this?
50 bucks.
$50 for this tape measure. Sounds like a lot, but when you say, I spent $50 on a tape measure for life, all of a sudden it's a lot more worth it.
Yeah, lifetime replacements, lifetime repairs, no questions asked, just they hand you a new one.
Staggers the inch line, so it makes everything look bigger.
I've taken these out one shot.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Uh-oh. You think you're gonna be able to get it through without cutting it?
Yeah, these just barely slip out. You know what? It's the heat shield.
So you think removing that heat shield is gonna give you clearance now?
Yes.
2 hours later.
All right, so we're gonna cut this.
So this is what the factory exhaust looks like. And this is what the Corsa exhaust looks like next to the factory exhaust. A little bit of an upgrade in quality.
Little bit.
Little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot.
What?
What?
Wait, what
was that?
The up and over the axle pipe is now going in. We got our PPE off so I can actually see today because it's quite steamy outside and I can't see anything. I'll try to go like one of these numbers and try to flip it in, maybe. I'm getting so mad right now.
It's like the hole's huge, but just like you can't.
What did you say? The hole's huge.
But everything's in the way. I mean, it's not a lie. I mean, look.
I'm doing this for way too long to be looking bad on camera, dude.
So it has appeared to I that the spare tire is in the
fucking way. I would not use this spare in an emergency, I'll be honest. Look how dented in it is. So
Oh, it is dented in, wow. You ready? Try this again.
we're gonna put this exhaust pipe in.
Look at that.
Dude, wow, it fits. It freaking, wow. Dude, it fits beautifully.
Yeah, it does,
wow.
doesn't it?
She is in there, bud, look at that.
All right.
Every man should have a bottle of this.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, look at that.
I can't take myself seriously sometimes, man. A little persuasion is what I like to call it. Fully finished installing this back one now. And you're done, that's it, Bluetooth exhaust.
Bluetooth, what, from here to there?
Yeah, it's just wireless.
Okay, cool.
They give you 3 clamps in the box, one for this connection, one for that connection, and then one for the tip, which we'll get there when we get there. Put that on there. I'm actually gonna slip this pipe in prematurely. There's orientation here, guys. Make sure you make your Corsa logo face the right way, because if it's upside down when it's on the truck like this, my OCD is gonna scream.
Well, it's wrong too because you got the little drain holes right here too. That's supposed to be facing the ground.
Yes, sir. What was that dude from Trailer Park Boys? His name is Bubbles.
Yeah, bubbles.
All right, so that's in. Got your nice little flex pipe. Remember I said, don't forget your clamps. We got a new clamp coming from the dealership, and it's not here just yet. But I'm gonna take this big behemoth of a pipe, line up in this exhaust hanger here, push her in.
There you go.
Like I said, just a little bit of persuasion. Old clamp just for reference. You can push the exhaust back a little bit, get it over to the side, and slip this clamp in, like so, and then pop it back over. But there you go, that'll hold the front section in. So at that point, you'll tighten that up. Then you gotta get here. Make sure that this hanger is not only straight this way, but you also want this to rotate so that it's straight with this one as well. And I'll clamp it there, and then I'll clock the muffler, I'll clock the rest of the stuff.
All right.
We're gonna do that right now. All right, so we're back. I think I'm staying in the right spot, I don't know. Like I said, for testing purposes only, this clamp's on, but you got this clamp tight, and this clamp tight. Everything's clocked. Right now, we're gonna start getting the tip on, which is right on the table over here.
Just the tip.
And
Now, there's a reason we got to leave this plastic on before first startup, and that's because
so when you get the fingerprints on these, the way they high polish these, if you don't wipe the fingerprints off perfectly with the right solution, it will etch the tip. We keep these on until first start. So once we get the tip clocked perfectly and everything's lined up where we want it, then we'll cut these off. And then even then, we normally go over the exhaust and wipe everything down because obviously, look, I'm gonna just tighten this up a little bit. There we go, that's exactly what you want. So it takes a good amount of firm tension to actually twist it now. So we're gonna lower the truck down. As you can see, our tip is pretty messed up. Ideally, we want it in as far as possible so the clamp has as much clamping room as possible. So at this point, I'm gonna do a trick and just kind of use my pinkies to see where this is level. And once I get it to where I feel like both pinkies are being squeezed just evenly, which seems right about there, it looks good with the bumper, I will tighten it there.
it looks good. I like it.
Personally, I don't like when the exhaust tips are right in your face. We like a nice, clean, sleek look. I think it looks good here. If the customer wants it out more, we'll adjust it more. That's the best part because the clamp is right here. I don't have to put on a lift to adjust it for them. But once it's here, I'm just gonna bump this a little bit. Try to hold this in place. That's snug. Now I'm gonna go over with a torque wrench after it heat cycles. Once it heats up, it's gonna expand and contract. And the clamp's probably gonna loosen up a little bit. That's when we go over with the torque wrench and make sure everything is perfect.
All right, Justin's putting back the spare tire bar, and here are the exhaust tips, which look great. Took the plastic off. You can see both Corsa logos. They stick out just enough, and this is what it looks like underneath, all shined up, fitting great, looking great. And we're about to find out here in a second if it sounds great. Oh, sounds good. Now again, one thing that's nice about these Corsa exhaust systems is they say there's no drone and you still get a nice aggressive sound. So, you know, you're driving a family SUV, you want to not have that irritating drone sound when you're driving on the highway or even just around town.
Yeah, you want your significant other to be happy with the exhaust as well.
Right.
Oh, that's gorgeous. An old Porsche.
Oh, that was nice. It's got a nice sound to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went halfway around the block. Windows up. What do you think? A little bit of the windows down.
Windows down. That it's not raining anymore. Yeah, it sounds good. It's not too crazy. That's the thing. Like, it's not extremely loud. It's just enough that it's noticeable, enough that you hear that V8. No drone. Haven't heard anything. Usually when you know, take it through the RPM range, like you can kind of see where or hear where it's like possibly droning, but I didn't hear anything there.
Nice clean tone the whole way.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little drive-by here real quick and we'll get the exterior exhaust sound.
What's up, guys? If you're looking to get this exhaust right here for the regular installed, or just see it for yourself, go to CSPRacing.com for the best prices on all things Corsa.
Corsa exhaust on a Denali. Sounds great. It really does. What do you think, Matt?
CSPRacing.com. But no, it looks good.
It does.
Like, one thing I've always liked about Corsa are the tips. It's like a nice fluted tip. They don't look bad on virtually any vehicle.
And these fit perfect. Like, we didn't even really adjust them. I mean, they're right there.
A little bit dirty already because in the time it took for us to get it on a lift and get it off the lift, we had a Pennsylvania flash flood.
And now the sun's back out. So, yeah, there's that. That's where we stand. Sounds great, looks great. I don't know what else to say. CSPRacing.com. That's it. Done.